So I platinumed every Souls game and I decided why don't I rank them from easiest to the hardest. Okay, so before I start this ranking, I'm going to be saying this right now. I don't have all the footage of Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Sekiro. It's all on my PS4. I'm mainly using my PS5, so basically whatever footage I have on the PS5 of Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Sekiro, I'll be using that. And also I'm going to be talking about what I think are the easy trophies and what I think were the hard trophies to really get. And yeah, my overall experience of getting these platinums. So yeah, let's get started with the rankings. Okay, now the first Souls game on the ranking, I would say that the easiest Souls game to platinum is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And what makes this game really easy to platinum is that it's all like story related things, like basically beating every boss, getting all the endings. And I guess first, what people think, oh, it's gonna be really hard, all the bosses are pretty tough, but the more you try, the more you believe in yourself, you can basically do it. But the only annoying things about Sekiro, the only two annoying trophies are the Master of the Prosthetic, basically getting all the upgrading materials and upgrading the prosthetic tools to their limit. The only annoying part about this is that the one material you need, the Lapis Lazuli, oh my god, you need to go through every new game cycle just to get this Lapis Lazuli. Another annoying trophy, and I would say this is the most annoying one, the Height of Technique. Basically acquiring every skill, spending hours just to farm skill points to get every combat art, every ability. And yeah, other than that, I would say this Souls game is amazing, if I'm being honest. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, I would say, has really good story, really good bosses. And I realized in this game, there's not really like any online covenant, whatever rankings, or like the other Souls games. It's all about story. It's all about like basically fighting the bosses. And yeah, I would say it's the easiest platinum trophy to get. I wouldn't say Sekiro is easy. Obviously, Sekiro would be hard the first time, but the more you try, the more you believe in yourself, you could pretty much do anything. You could pretty much do it. And yeah, you can get the platinum as well. And I would really recommend everyone to get this platinum. I would say it's really fun. It's amazing. Alright, the second easiest Souls game platinum I would say is Bloodborne. And believe it or not, but Bloodborne was actually my first Souls game that I played, and the first Souls game platinum that I got. When I first started Bloodborne, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, if I'm being honest. I didn't know what is it called? How will the game go? How was the things? I never played a game like this before, I saw my brother playing it when I was a kid. I used to watch my brother play it. So I decided, why don't I play it? And that pretty much didn't go well for me. I was raging a lot. It was really tough, if I'm being honest. I felt like I was gonna be like, nah, I don't think this is my type of game. But the more I played, I realized that like every death's basically like a lesson, like you learn basically. And the more you die, the more you like learn from the boss's attacks, enemies' attacks, and like I realized as well that Bloodborne forces you to like dodge more instead of blocking like other Souls games, and basically like tests your patience and like you have to be more precise with your hits. That's the thing with Bloodborne. The trophies, I would say the easiest ones are the bosses. Obviously the bosses are hard. I'm not saying the bosses are easy, but I guess it gets easier the more you like play the game, the more you get used to the game. The hardest part about the platinum, I would say, is the challenge dungeons. Basically, grinding through every challenge dungeon, and believe it or not, but one of the bosses are actually like you have to kill this boss to get one of the trophies, which is the Yharnam Queen. And the thing with that is that you have to like grind all the ritual blood or whatever. I think there was a glyph. I don't know if this yeah, there's a glyph actually. You could get yourself a dungeon to basically fight the Yharnam Queen, and yeah, that's what I realized. As I progressed, if I'm being honest, I became obsessed with the eerie, the cryptic story. Why was everyone turning into beasts? I like the lore as well. The lore of the game was amazing. The story. There are these two other trophies. I would say they're like pretty challenging. Not challenging, but like it kind of requires like time to get. Not that much, because it's not like Sekiro where you have to like get all the combat arts, like skill points, or like Lapis Lazuli. But in this game, I guess the two trophies that kind of like got me confused were the hunter essence, basically getting all the hunter weapons and the hunter tools. And if I'm being honest, the reason it was hard for me was the fact that it was my first playthrough. Obviously, it was my first Souls game, so I didn't really have I didn't know what to do, and I pretty much had to search the weapons. It turns out, yeah, the beast claw was like I was missing the beast claw, and basically that means I had to grind ritual blood and like what is it called the stuff, the materials you need to like open the chalice dungeon. I think Ailing Loran, yeah, that one. Ailing Loran has the beast claw, and yeah, that's how I got the trophy. And for the hunter tools, I wouldn't say it's as hard as the hunter weapons, but yeah, it was also like kind of annoying. I had to like get him through the other areas. Yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much everything about the trophy of Bloodborne and the platinum trophy. Now the third Souls game in the ranking, I would say, is Elden Ring. And Elden Ring, if I'm being honest, has a lot of trophies that make it, I guess, tough, but at the same time, like, yeah, I wouldn't say easy or tough. I would say it's just like, you know, I mean, obviously the bosses, like, especially Melania. Oh my god, Melania. The first time I played this game, bro, Melania destroyed me, if I'm being honest. Like, Melania, like, literally, I wouldn't say made me really rage, but it was really annoying, if I'm being honest. Just keep dying to her, or repeating her Melania, Blade of Mikkel, or whatever. And once I beat her, oh my god, bro, it felt so good. I guess those were like that was like one of the, I guess, hardest trophies. I wouldn't say the hardest trophy. I guess maybe it's the hardest trophy. I guess maybe we could consider it as the hardest trophy. The other trophies we could talk about is the Master of Sorceries, Master of Incantations. Those are just all grinding, and it's all about basically just getting every spell. The good thing about this game, though, I realized that you can actually like get two remembrances. Let's just say like you could basically duplicate the remembrances, which is really good about this game. We could basically get like the spells or whatever the things you need, and get like the other spells from what is that called? What is it called? From like the scrolls. You give to like either a turtle or that turtle guy in the Church of Vows. And yeah, that's pretty much I guess the annoying trophies. We can also consider the endings being annoying, since some of them require a lot of like doing quests, like Ronnie's quest line. You have to go to the underground, talk to Ronnie, get that, what is it called, that rune, and then we have to go to the underground again. It was a big hassle. Also the madness ending was also like another quest line you had to do. Actually, I mean, I think the quest line is optional, but the main thing about that ending was getting touched by the fingers, the madness fingers, and when you get touched by them, you could basically unlock the ending of the madness ending, Frenzy Flame. And the Elden Lord obviously was like, you know, the default ending. It wasn't that hard, and pretty much I guess those are all the endings. The ending on the spells are basically like the most time-consuming thing, but other than that, like beating every boss, you know, is like your ordinary Souls game, you know, beating every boss, getting the trophy, and yeah, basically getting platinum after that. We're moving on to the Souls game I recently platinumed, Demon Souls, and oh my god, Demon Souls is just so, I don't know how to describe it, but it was so annoying. The boss runbacks were just cancer. The bosses weren't that bad, but the enemies were annoying. And to be honest, being in soul form was pretty annoying. Dealing with the white tendency, dark black tendency, whatever, was also like a hassle. And to be honest, I don't even know how I managed to, like, you know, survive. But you know, it's over. You know, I did it. It felt good, if I'm being honest, after platinuming this game. Is it worth it? To be honest, I would say no, but you know, like me, I have no life, so that's why I platinumed it. Also, Demon Souls has, you know, the weirdest systems, like, to be honest, the equipment load, whatever that's, like the item burden, oh my god, that was so annoying. Or the, what's it called, the fact that you can't even jump, that just, like, I don't know, that was also really annoying. Most of the trophies, like, getting all the sorceries, getting all the what is it called, faith spells, or also like I wouldn't say they're that bad. It's just dealing with the bosses, like dealing with the what is it called, the annoyingness of the bosses, like because the thing with these trophies that you basically have to beat the boss in another way. Let's just say like with Tower Knight, they tell you to kill a Tower Knight without killing any archers, or like killing the adjudicator without dropping down. Basically, these types of trophies were pretty annoying as well. Master, the King of Rings was annoying. Because you have to grind all the rings, especially the rare ones. And the problem with this game is that the time I was playing it, the game was pretty much dead. Like barely anyone was playing it, so like it was really hard to like find any players, especially like when you want to like co-op or like that, or try to invade them. To be honest, I got lucky. I'm being honest. Invading, I got really lucky, and with the co-op, I also got really lucky. I don't know how I managed to like get into someone's world.
Finally,
but it is what it is now. I got the job done. It is over. I got the platinum. It's amazing. But to be honest, I would say this is like my second least favorite Souls game. I would say my least favorite Souls game is Dark Souls 2, and we'll get to that later on. But for now, yeah, this is the platinum for Demon Souls. It's not as bad as the what is it called? The other trophies I'm going to be talking about later on. But yeah, this is the platinum for Demon Souls.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the toughest Souls game platinums. And we're going to start with Dark Souls Remaster, or Dark Souls 1. So one of the most one of the hardest parts of this platinum was, if I'm being honest, the Knight's Honor Trophy, yeah. That one, where you need to collect all the rare weapons. And at first, I didn't realize just how many weapons were required. I thought like you need to get like specific weapons, maybe like that. But it turns out you have to get like every version, or like every version of like a weapon. Like with the Great Sword of Artorias, for example, you have to get like the dark version and the light version of the sword. And like with also another weapon, the Chancellor's Trident, you can only get this drop from like specific enemies. And like you had to basically spend hours and hours just farming for this weapon. There's a lot of farming in this game, which is pretty annoying, because I don't really like farming that much. When it takes hours, yeah, that's when it's just like torture. And pyromancies, sorceries, and miracles are also really annoying. If you thought like farming was bad, bro, getting the spells were also like annoying. You had to go through like quest lines, look for NPCs, and bro, just to let you know, most of these spells could be like you could miss them like anytime, so you have to basically start all over again. And yeah, it was not cool, if I'm being honest. It was the worst thing ever. Then that's the hardest part about this platinum trophy. It takes a lot of time, but anyone could do it. Now we're moving on to the Souls game. That's my least favorite, Dark Souls 2. And to be honest, I don't know how I got platinum on this game. I don't even know how I got platinum. I literally just kept doing things, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's see how it goes, And obviously, it was torture. The quest lines, there was literally trophies you had to do to get. You had to like do quest lines to get some trophies, like Benhart of Jugo. What is it called? McDuff. Whatever, but the Benhart of Jugo was, I think, by far the worst one. If I'm honest, you had to literally go through. You have to make a new game, follow his questline exactly like properly, and if you do one small mistake, the whole questline just gets ruined. That means you had to repeat everything, basically repeat everything from the start, which was just torture. It was cancer, and I don't even know how I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. I think I just did a new game. This is a long time ago, so I don't really remember that much.
Let me see.
The other trophies as well, the Master of Pyromancies and Miracles, what is called sorceries, they were also really tough. The toughest one was by far like the Master of Miracles and Master of Pyromancies. And what makes these trophies really just cancer is the Covenants. Oh my god, the Covenants were just not that good, if I'm being honest. Like the Brotherhood of Blood that made me want to quit this game. It literally
I don't know.
It pushed me to the limit, to be honest, bro. I did not enjoy playing this game when I was getting these trophies. I was kind of forcing myself to do it. I was like, nah, I have to do this. I don't know I mean, obviously, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to have fun with the game. But me, my past self really didn't listen, and just like was like, nah, I have to get this trophy. I have to do whatever. But I got it. And is it worth it? Absolutely not. It's not worth it if I'm being honest. It's not worth it just to torture yourself all over and over again just to get like the trophies for like a game you don't like. Getting the platinum basically means like you have to get for example, with me, I just get platinum on the games I enjoy. I mean, it's like Souls game, I do enjoy them. Like Dark Souls 2 has some good things in it, like the qualities, like what's called like the scenery of some places like Majula looks beautiful, or like Dragon Lake Castle. But the mechanics of the game is what makes it like really bad. Like the rolling, the adaptability. Oh my god, it's just it really made me like not enjoy this game at all. I'm going to be adding on as well that what is it called? Oh my god, I forgot. What is it called? Yeah, the weapon. No, those not the weapons, but there is a trophy as well where you have to like reach maximum ranking, and what is it called? One of the covenants, which isn't so bad. Like you can get this trophy by like doing the Dark Pilgrim, whatever that the Abyss Covenant, whatever it's called. And you have to do a lot of grinding when it comes. If you're offline, yeah, you have to do a lot of grinding. You have no choice, because if you don't have online, you're basically cooked. You can't do anything. And the best example of this is farming sunlight metals. Oh my god! If you don't have online, you have to basically just keep farming and farming sunlight metals until you get like, I believe like 30. I don't even know how much you need, but you need a lot to get the sunlight spear. So for like one of the trophies, the Master of Miracles. And you could actually get 2 spells like in New Game Plus 2. You have to go through like New Game Plus cycles to get them, but yeah, that's the easy way. The hardest way is to like, I don't know, like rank up in the Brotherhood of Blood Covenant or the Blue Sentinels, and it requires you to get like 500. I don't even know, 500 wins, I believe. Like, and that's I don't even reach 500 wins. I mean, I decided, I'll just go through New Game Plus 2 and just get it over with. I'm not gonna torture myself over this game. Yeah, and that's the platinum for Dark Souls 2. If I'm being honest, it's the hardest, one of the hardest, if I'm being honest. But now we're moving on to the hardest, actual, like, toughest platinum I got. Now, the most challenging Souls game platinum, in my opinion, was Dark Souls 3. And it was by far the most, like, challenge. Like, I don't know what it was about Dark Souls 3, but like, it was the only Souls game that made me, like, that consumed a lot of time, like, for me when I was playing it. And it was all because of these 2 trophies. Mainly this one trophy, which was Master of Miracles. And basically it was this one spell. Oh yeah, Blade of the what is it called? The Darkmoon Blade, that spell. Oh my god, it took me a while. I had to keep on farming. Because back in the day, I didn't really get summoned as, I don't know why I didn't get summoned as a Blue Sentinels or Blade of the Darkmoon. But I had to keep farming the Proof of a Concord kept. Basically, it's a item, so like what's called, you collect them and then you offer it to, I think, what is called, Yorshka, that girl on Orlando. And basically that's how you get the spell. And oh my god, I had to keep on farming. I had to like keep on playing, but basically keep on playing every single day just to get that one trophy, one spell. Another really hard trophy for me was the Master of Rings. Getting all the rings was just like torture as well, because like all the rings got mixed up. I didn't really know what ring I had to get, what ring I didn't really have to get, because the +1, +2 rings also really like messed up my mind. I mean, I didn't even know like if I was doing it right. Let's not forget the spells. Getting every pyromancy, sorcery, like the pyromancy wasn't that bad. But the miracles and sorcery of Omega, so those were kind of tough to get. Mainly the miracles, because of the Darkmoon Blade. Darkmoon Blade, oh my god, I don't know why it was so hard for me. It took a lot of time. It took me probably like years to get that platinum. And yeah, Dark Souls 3, hands down, has to be one of the toughest, what is it called, platinums I got. Even like spells like Sacred Oath or Great Lightning Spear was also pretty tough to get, because like, you need to get sunlight metals, and this is all thanks to online. Imagine if you didn't even have online, but you would have to farm every single time sunlight metals and the ears, the Proof of a Concord kept, just to get those spells for the trophy. that was the most annoying part about it. Other than that, I guess the bosses, it's like most other Souls games, just beating the boss, getting the trophy, beating the optional bosses. I believe there was another trophy where you had to get all the gestures, and those gestures required to do basically most of the quest lines. Like most of the quest lines basically give you the what's it called, gestures. So you had to basically, if you do one mistake in the quest line, you had to basically repeat everything all over again, go through New Game Plus. The endings weren't that bad. The Lord of the Hollows, I think, was pretty much the most like challenge, not really challenging, but it was kind of annoying to get. Not as annoying as like the other trophies. The Master of Miracles, that one trophy took me a lot of time. It was really hard. If you have online, it could make it easier, but I don't know. For me, even when I had online, I don't know what it was. Like I couldn't just go into someone's world. Like it was really weird. And yeah, this is why, in my opinion, this Dark Souls 3 is the toughest platinum. Now the real question is, was this worth it? Like, to platinum this Souls game. To be honest, yes, it felt like a journey, and it felt really good. I really enjoyed Dark Souls 3. It's not like Dark Souls 2 where you had to torture yourself with like the mechanics or whatever. This game, it felt like really clean. It felt amazing. The experience was amazing. It did take a while, but it felt really satisfying. My opinion, I think this Souls game was the most satisfying platinum, like what's it called, to get. Like all the Souls games were also really good to get, like the satisfying, but not as much as Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 was the most satisfying one. I would really like to see you guys. How would you rank the Souls games? Which platinum do you think was the hardest? Which one felt the most satisfying to earn? What grind frustrated you the most? Please write it down in the comments. I would really like to see your guys' opinions. And this is all this ranking was all like my opinion, what I think, what I thought was the hardest, and what I thought was the easiest one. Now I'm really curious to see your guys' rankings, your list of rankings in the comments. I want to see your guys' experience, like write your experiences. How was it? How was it, like the process of getting the platinums? How satisfying was it to, like, which platinum trophy was the most satisfying to get? Which Souls game platinum trophy? And yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for witnessing like me losing my sanity, watching me getting through all these pain and suffering. If you guys are still trying to chase these trophies, remember that you keep on trying, keep on like persevering through the challenges of these Souls games, and yeah, you can achieve it. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and any support actually, like, I would appreciate it. I would really like to like build a community and an audience. It'll be really it'll be amazing. And yeah, stay strong, and may your platinum trophies always be within your reach. See ya.